G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be giving you my round 12 lineup predictions for this weekend's clash against the West Tigers. Now, for a little bit of clarification, what I'm going to do is give you my predicted squad. So the 18 players I think Jason Demetrio will name for this weekend's clash. And then I will also give you some changes I personally would make to the said squad. Now, I have left out Tane Milne and TEVITA TATOLA from this weekend's squad. Reason being is a lot of reports are indicating they won't be named due to the HIA protocols. Now, because both these players left the field fairly early in the game against the Raiders, I don't, and they didn't return. I don't think they will get the nod to play this weekend, but they could. So I will leave them out of my prediction, but we will see what happens tomorrow. But without further ado, let's jump in and let's check out my 18-man squad that I predict Jason Demetrio will name. Starting off at fullback, we've got Blake Taft. The wingers, Alex Johnston and Jackson Paulo. In the centres, Isaiah Tass returns with Campbell Graham. At 5'8" is Cody Walker, and halfback is Lachlan Ilias. The front rowers are Mark Nichols and Tom Burgess, with dummy half Damien Cook. The second rowers are Keon Koloamatangi and Jai Arrow, with Cameron Murray returning at lock. The interchange bench stays pretty much the same, with Cody Nikarima, Saliva Havili, Hame Saleh, and rounding it up, Liam Knight, with the 18th man, Trent Peoples. Now, going over that 18-man squad, the changes I would like to see are Jackson Paulo dropped. Now, I love Jackson. He's a good kid. You know, he can be a really good footballer, but I just think in the centres he is a defensive liability, and we have plenty more players that can slot into that position. Mainly so, Richie Kanar can play on the wing and Isaiah Tass can come into the centres. I think that's a move we've got to look at, especially with Tane Milne likely not to play. That would be one change that I personally would make to the squad. The rest of the team I'd leave pretty much the same. Obviously, we welcome back Mark Nichols and Cameron Murray if all goes well. The only other change I would personally make to the squad would be removing Liam Knight. Now, I absolutely love Liam. He's been a workhorse for us over the last few years. However, all the head knocks have really impacted his game. He's not the same footballer as he used to be, and it's unfortunate. He makes a lot of unforced errors. There's penalties, stupid penalties that he gives away. He's a liability to the team. I wish I could give him some positivity, but he does cause a lot of unforced errors and some stupid penalties that he gives away. So unfortunately, as much as I like Liam, I think it's time the Rabbitohs either say to him, mate, we need you to look for another club, or we think we highly recommend looking at a career outside of football. As much as that hurts and that would suck, I think that's what we need to do. It's just his head knocks also make him a liability to the team, because if he gets a slight knock on the head, he's basically taken off for the game and we lose an interchange. So that really, really does hurt. But I'd love for him to turn it all around. I really would, because I genuinely do like Liam Knight. But for me, he'd be out of my squad, and Trent Peoples would be back in. So, that'd be the changes that I'd make if I was the coach. But at the end of the day, it's up to Jason Demetrio. And while I haven't agreed with everything he's done this year, he has been given, basically not so much a rebuilding club, but a club that sort of needs. Well, they haven't had Latrell Mitchell for the majority of the season. They've got a youngster in Lachlan Ilias who's doing a good job in replacing Reynolds, but Reynolds is not going to get replaced overnight. It is going to take time for Lockie to click and start. He's getting a lot more confidence in the NRL, but it's going to take more time for him to develop his game, like Adam did. It didn't happen with Adam overnight when Adam replaced Sandow. So give him time. I think he will definitely definitely fit in the NRL. He's a gun player. He's going to be an amazing star, and I cannot wait for the next few years. But yeah, that'd be pretty much the only changes I'd make to this squad as named before. But yeah, guys, I'd love to hear your opinions. Drop them down in the comments below. I always love checking out what you guys write, whether it be a good comment or a comment saying what needs to change. I love it. It's good to see. It is good to see everybody reacting, and I love that. So, guys, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.